8radio.com.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the weekly show. I am Chuck,
Bonnie.
and she is Bonnie. Hey.
Hey.
So how was your weekend? What did you do?
What did I do over the weekend? I don't know, what the heck did I do? Oh, wait a minute. We went to a birthday party and got rained on and watched an overhang spin around and get,
Yeah, that was quite interesting. That was
yes.
like a 30-foot tent just flip over on you.
Yeah, I saw it go. I saw it go, and I'm like, no. Oh, well.
Couldn't do anything about it. That was heavy.
No, yeah.
That was a heavy piece.
Took like 4 people to get it back,
Yeah, more than that, but yeah.
And then we
I
had
was one of them, I can tell you that.
I know.
So
Well, I hid under the other canopy.
Yeah.
Because it was
A
raining.
lot of rain that day.
Yes.
Wind was very upset.
The wind was upset?
Yes, it was very angry.
What did
It
you
was
do to
blowing.
it?
It was blowing. We had another party with the fire department we were at, besides the birthday party. Before that, we were at the tattoo convention, at the New York Tattoo Show, at the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Garden City, New York. And we were there with a camera crew most of the day. Sarah
I didn't get to go.
Sarah Martin was there, as
I
well
would have New
as
Ink if I
Kyle
got to go.
Melnick. And you would not have New Ink if you got to go. But
Maybe a little
we
one.
were there with them, and they were shooting a whole bunch of stuff. So we've got some stuff coming up on that. So that was a pretty interesting weekend. So Saturday was busy, and then Sunday was busy. We had an event, an outing with a church, and Ravia was there for their rally day, and their fall festival rally day, as well as lots of things. Boy, busy weekend. That Eastern Long Island number 74 van was all over the place. Good. I like it.
Little one?
Little one?
No, huh?
Little van?
No, little ink.
No. You're done.
I don't know.
You're
Might
all
just
good.
do it anyway. I might just do it. What the
So
heck?
we were busy. We were everywhere.
Yes.
Busy, very good. That's all good things. Of course, Rick Eberly was at the tattoo, the New York Tattoo Festival.
I know he was looking good.
He was looking good.
I didn't go.
He was looking good. A little peaked under the weather there, but he was.
He was a little green.
Yeah, he was busy, because he does the PR for that.
And then
And
Sunday night. Sunday night. What happened Sunday night?
fell asleep. I don't know what happened Sunday night.
What happened Sunday night, guys? There you go. They know. Yes, it was the return of.
It wasn't The Walking Dead. It was the return of The Walking Dead.
No, it was the return of the fear of The Walking Dead because they were off for a week.
Oh.
Yeah, they get
return
me
of-
hooked on 2 weeks, and then what do?
Take
That's
it away.
right. They take a week off.
And what happened?
And what happened?
So were you impressed by that one?
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We are into it now. We know what's happening. It's coming along. They're starting to realize that they got to hit him in the head. The graphics when they blew that one guy's head off, the top of his head.
Yeah.
The neighbor. I don't know who he was, but and they blew his head off, and there was just like this chasm of at the bottom of the skull. That was great. No, what'd you think?
You've
Nah,
heard it
you
here
didn't
first.
like it? It was okay.
It was okay. The boys in the room, in the control room, are saying it was okay. Now, those other guys we need to impress. So if they weren't like, dude, that was awesome, then they didn't make it.
I liked it.
Yeah, we're old. It could have been, a kite with a string on it. We'd have been like, oh, look at that. That's great.
No, you're that old. I'm not that old. So who's going to be the first to die? None of our major characters have died yet.
First to die?
Yes.
I think it's going to be I hope it's going to be the drug addict kid.
What do you think?
But I think that,
I want to know what the control room thinks.
what does the control room think?
Oh, he thinks
Nobody's going to die till the next season. Okay, but who would be the first one to go? Who do you think would be the first one to go? Second family's son.
the father's
second
his son from his marriage. Okay, he thinks the son from the marriage.
He is a weak one. They'd probably pick him right out.
I'm thinking it's going to be the father.
I don't think so.
I do.
No, not just yet. He's the Rick.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I
No,
think he's
I
gonna
don't think
step
we've
up.
met the Rick yet.
No, I think he's going to step up. I think he's the Rick. Yeah, I think he's the one.
No, the Spanish
He doesn't even
guy.
like guns. the
I know,
Spanish
and the Spanish guy had to rip the gun out of his hand in order to shoot the neighbor.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to happen.
No.
Yeah, he's going to have a coming of age type of thing.
I don't think so. I think the big hero of this is going to be the drug addict kid. But I
All
want
right.
Michonne to make an appearance.
That would be ridiculous.
No, not at all. Michonne is from Los Angeles.
Yeah, I know.
So it's certainly possible.
It would be good.
Yes, it would.
The tie-in would be nice. Those are the types of things I like, where they tie it in with something else. That's,
Yes, so that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm watching
Griffin
for it.
goes walking by or something, and kills a couple of zombies. Something, tie it in, just to make it,
Okay.
all mesh.
All right. Well, I think we've beat that to death.
Yes, we have. Moving right along. Thanks for joining us. If you're still there.
You're still there. Come on, it's
Yeah.
Walking Dead. Everybody's still there.
Everybody's
All right.
still there. Unless you're a zombie, then we took you out already.
Absolutely. So, as always,
Now, wait, while we're on this whole thing, let's, give a little plug here, by the way. Of course, you know that, the end of October, it's Halloween. So what we're going to be doing for the month of October is we're going to have different venues that are going to be here that, are, try to scare you and try to put you together at, a haunted house or, a zombie, shoot 'em upper or whatever it may be. So we've got a whole bunch of these different places. We're going to have specials on all of them, as well as we're going to have a makeup artist, several makeup
that's right.
artists here.
We're going to have.
that are going
He's going to come in and show you how to do Halloween makeup with stuff you have in your house.
Right.
So it's not going to be like you've got to run out to some store and get latex or something like that. This is going to be stuff you can do with home products.
And you're going to look awesome.
Yes, and you're going
You're
to
going
look
to look awesome when
amazing.
you do it.
Yes. So that's
So we're going to have different models, in studio, and he's going to show us how to do this. Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun.
absolutely. So we ready?
That's what I need. It's got to make me up with a big, like the top of my head blown out. Like what it would have done.
I'm sure he could do
You
that.
think you could do that?
Absolutely. I'm sure he could.
Okay.
All right, so as always, we have a fantastic show for you tonight. But before we get to all action, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have footage of this year's massive Fold Festival, another game of fact or fiction, and a whole bunch of stories you won't believe. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Hey, this is Chris Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the InRavio TV network.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
What's up, guys? We're Scano Fair, and we're here with InRavio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
Can always turn the light. And we are back. Thanks for joining us on Wednesday. This is the hump day, by the way. So it's very important that, you have a little bit of fun on the hump day, right?
That's why we're here.
Get you over the hump, and that's what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
So, while we have a bunch of really interesting stories to get to, but before we do, let's...
let's do something interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, let's.
Our teleprompter guy just stopped, and we don't know what our script is. There we go.
Yeah, let's check in with our field correspondent, Sarah Martin, who got a chance to visit the Fall Festival and talk to some extremely popular musicians. And this is...
So let's check it out.
Radio.com.
This is Sarah Martin with In Radio TV Network, and I'm here with Mauer. How you doing?
Hi, Mauer. Nice to meet you.
And I'm here with Kevin.
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
And they are the lovely men of Bad Royale. So let me tell you guys, what do you plan on doing tonight with your act?
We're probably going to turn up the place here. It's a different crowd, but it's for a good cause. It's good to be with everyone here, with our idols, Nile Rodgers. Shout out to Nile Rodgers. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
All right, and what do you think the highlight of tonight's going to be?
Wow. You know what? I'm a big Duran Duran fan, so I'm looking forward to see that. And of course, you know what? For me, it was yesterday, and it's probably going to be today. Chic, Nile Rodgers. That's legendary. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Very, very cool. And for you, your highlight?
Highlight so far, I mean, Pharrell was pretty awesome last night, but Nile, of course, is the man right now. He's the man with the name, so.
Now, when did you guys start Bad Royale?
It was a year ago. It was started as a joke. It was also, if you guys have the latest DJ Mag, you can see it. But we basically made the trap music for fun. You know, it wasn't really like something that we planned because we were all coming from like solo careers like trance and house music. And one night, we just, you know, me and my roommates, Kevin and the other two band members, we just started doing it for fun, and, you know, it went viral, and yeah, we got signed to Mad Decent, and, you know, we're super happy that everyone likes it, and we're trying to bring something new to everyone. Yeah, I mean, it was just a joke, and, you know, now it's serious.
So did you ever think it would blow up the way it did?
No, at first it was a joke, and we never expected it to blow up at all. And I think when we got noticed by Diplo and Borgore, it was more of a surprise to us that we could even accomplish what we were doing.
That's really awesome. For your fans, where can they find you on social media?
SoundCloud and Facebook /Bad Royal, Twitter Bad Royal Music, the only one we couldn't capture. So.
Right, this is Sarah Martin with In Radio TV Network, and I was here with Bad Royal today at the Folk Fest 2015. Thank you so much for having us.
Okay, I feel dumb. It's not Bad Royale.
It's Bad Royal?
Bad Royal. They said Bad Royal, so it's not even like we said it wrong. It's.
Yeah, but it's still got an E at the end.
I don't care. It should be Bad Royale.
Bad Royale. Okay. Well, either way, Sarah Martin is just a ball of bounciness, isn't she?
Yes. Lots of energy.
Ball of energy. Love her.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love Sarah.
And she's
Bouncing around.
adorable.
She is adorable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strikes a pose. Very active. So we're going to have more from Sarah next week. So, you know, if you like that, you're going to want to tune in next week as well.
Mm-hmm. And what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to slip into some stupid news. All right, police in Massachusetts said an officer is facing prosecution after he allegedly fired his gun at his own police cruiser and burned it to stage a crime scene. Millis police said they launched a manhunt Tuesday after an officer reported a white man in a dark pickup truck had fired shots at him while he was driving, causing his patrol car to spin around, crash into a tree, and catch fire. However, Sergeant William Dwyer said investigators determined the officer's own gun was used to shoot the holes in the police cruiser. Aha. The officer was identified Friday as Brian Johnson, a rookie part-time officer who was scheduled to begin training soon for a position as a full-time Millis police officer. Dwyer said Johnson was placed on paid administrative leave pending his official termination. He said police are seeking charges of misleading a police investigation, providing false information to emergency services, malicious destruction of property, and unlawful discharge of a firearm. Why? That's what I want to know. Why would you
want to do that? What was the whole point of that? What was the? Was he looking to get out on disability? What was the end game there? What was he looking for? I don't get that. That's just Threw me right off.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense why you would shoot your own police car.
Yeah, stage a crime. What was the scene of what was the idea? I don't get it.
Unless he was trying to cover up that he was somewhere that he
Else.
wasn't supposed to be or something.
Something he shouldn't have been doing?
But he's obviously quite the rookie to not know that they were going to check ballistics on the bullets and figure out it was his gun.
True, you would think. It's not like it's 1950 anymore.
Right. And
Or 1930,
he
whatever.
has to have watched a crime drama at some point.
CSI Miami? Something.
He could be watching, CSI, I don't know, Backwoods, Oklahoma, and he would still find somewhere.
Yeah, that was just very well, very poor, very poor.
Yeah.
Either way, he's out. Gone.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Done.
right.
Well, this Halloween, an undisclosed nightclub in Amsterdam is prepared to spray gallons of blood over guests for its first blood rave. The party, inspired by a 1998 film, Blade, is described as a nightlife community for like-minded individuals on its official Facebook page. Promoters have prompted speculation regarding the potential use of real blood. An anonymous promoter said the club has developed a special sprinkler system with pipes running across the ceiling and thus making us able to spray blood over the crowd. According to the source, the pipes have passed tests using a substance resembling blood, and real blood is intended for the sprinkler pipes. The official quote is, "It is pushing the borders, but we want to see how far we can go." Do you know how much blood do you really have to put in this thing? Blood Rave has released brief teasers to promote the freakish event, including an 8-second video demonstrating the club's overhead sprinklers. Tickets for the secret Bloody Rave went on sale Saturday, September 5th at noon. It wasn't able to tell how many tickets have actually been sold, but according to their Facebook page, over 4,000 people say they are going. I won't be there, so you can have my ticket.
Well, you don't have to worry about it
But,
because it's somewhere in Europe. It's an undisclosed location, but it's somewhere in
Right.
Europe where they are spraying you with blood. So for
Now, they do say it's real blood,
yes,
but they don't say what kind of blood.
correct. Oh, it most likely they'll be getting it from a slaughterhouse. It'll be
Right.
pig or cow or
Cow
something.
or something
Yes,
like that,
yeah.
yeah.
Most
Now-
likely. I mean, they're obviously not going to get it from people.
Yeah, well, here's the other end of that coin as well. Now, I'm not versed in this, but don't you really need to, refrigerate that in order to keep it from going bad? And at the same token, what kind of damage can you do to people when you spray it on them?
I don't
You
think
know,
it'll
that type
actually
of
hurt
thing.
you. I don't think it'll actually hurt you. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll actually hurt you. And yes, I would assume that there is a shelf life.
A shelf life is
Yeah.
some sort of a health hazard
Yeah.
if
But
it's
it's funny
spoiled.
because for the young people who are involved in this, it's a scene from Blade. But for those of us who are my age, what is it from? You probably don't even know.
Carrie.
Yes, there you go. You do know. So it's a scene from Carrie. Now, granted, that wasn't a sprinkler system. It was just a bucket.
Bucket of blood.
But yes.
But at the same token, you could really get away with using some kind of fake blood and just tell people.
But they
it's-
don't want to because it's Halloween night. It's supposed to be disgusting and
Well, they got that. I think they got that. They took that over the top. So.
yeah, man. All right, moving right along. Kansas State University apologized for a marching band routine that some complain looked like male genitalia assaulting the University of Kansas mascot. University officials said the formation during halftime of Saturday's season opener against South Dakota was supposed to depict the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek engaged in a battle with the University of Kansas Jayhawk. But some social media users complained the Enterprise shape looked more like a set of male genitals. A message on the marching band's official Twitter account reads, "We apologize for anyone offended by our halftime performance depicting the Starship Enterprise and the Jayhawk mascot." Kansas State President Kirk Schultz tweeted he was sorry if anyone was offended by the performance at halftime. Frank Trax, the school's marching band director, posted a chart online showing how the formation was supposed to look and said there was absolutely no intent to display anything other than the Enterprise and the Jayhawk in battle. If I'm guilty of anything, it would be the inability to teach the drill in a manner that these young people could have succeeded. I do apologize for the misinterpretation, and I assure you that I meant absolutely no disrespect or malice toward the University of Kansas. And I'm going to add, or the Starship Enterprise. Really, to be honest with you, I saw it. I looked at it. I looked at the video, and it was the Jayhawk with its beak open, and they were taking the Starship, and it was supposed to go into the beak. Okay, and it did. They had the beak, the Jayhawk moving, and the Enterprise moving, and it went into the beak. And what was really sad, because if you really do see the genitalia part of it, it went in and out and in
and out. I was just about to say, did it do that?
Yes, it did. It did.
Now, is the mascot gay?
It's a bird.
But is it a male bird, a female bird?
I don't know. It's a
just
Jayhawk.
It's a Jayhawk. But why would they do that to their own mascot?
The point was, it was supposed to be the Enterprise attacking the Jayhawk, and I really don't see the Enterprise in it, but I also don't see genitalia.
I do see the Enterprise in it, but can I say this? Well, I'm not a Star Trek fan
in the chart, I saw the Enterprise. In the people, I didn't see
the Enterprise.
No.
But the round part of the Enterprise that was on the opposite side there,
Yeah.
the big part of the Enterprise?
Yeah, the back part.
That's the front.
Well, but at the back of the image.
The little, the schmeckle coming off the back there, that's actually the back of the Enterprise. So if the Enterprise was actually going to attack the duck, or whatever the hell it is.
No, if you look at it
it'd
on
be
the
the other
chart
way.
there, the higher part that's closer to the bird, that's
see,
the
yeah.
front, and then the bottom, okay, and then you've got the tail
so that's
part.
the round part in the front.
Right, that's the
I
round
got
part in
you.
the
So
front,
now you go
where
back to
Kirk would sit.
You go back to the other one, it does not look like that.
No, it doesn't look like that at
So
all.
that was
The kids were
miscue, I'm
completely
thinking.
out of formation.
Yeah.
And I guess if you really stretch your imagination, you can see it. There is definitely,
Genitalia.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, sorry, guys.
But a Texas State University student who lost their license after a DWI arrest is turning heads on campus and around town by motoring about in a Barbie Jeep. Tara Monroe, who is an industrial engineering major, said her license was suspended and her father took her car away after she refused a breathalyzer test during a DWI stop following a Walker Flocker Flame concert. The 20-year-old was quoted as saying, "Riding a bike around campus sucks, like really sucks." Monroe's solution came in the form of a $60 electric Barbie Jeep she found for sale on Craigslist. She said she named the vehicle Charlene in honor of its previous owner. Pictures and videos of Monroe getting around in the child-sized Jeep have gone viral on social media. She went on to say, "Most people don't find the things me and my friends do very funny, just immature. So I didn't expect to get this big of a reaction. People who don't know me are shocked, but my friends, they weren't even surprised because I do stuff like this all the time." Lastly, she said, "This is the best way I could have gotten my 15 minutes of fame. Basically, it was the best decision I've made in college yet." That's a shame and a half.
Well, that's
The fact that a DWI is going to get you, viral.
What's really sad to me
Crackhead
is
Barbie.
that was the best decision she's made in college
Right,
yet.
exactly.
That's frightening.
Was it to buy the Barbie Jeep or to refuse the DWI check, the breathalyzer? I mean, really. So now, her nickname around college campus has to be Crackhead Barbie. Am I right or am I wrong?
I guess, I don't know.
I mean, if not, go ahead and use it. It's, no percentage on that, take it, it's yours. Go with it.
Okay. All right. New Hampshire has pulled hundreds of bartending guides from state-run liquor stores after workers complained that the drink manuals contain sexually explicit and derogatory drink names such as stripper mom. The New Hampshire Liquor Commission paid $3,300 for 500 copies of the Bartender's Black Book 10th edition as a resource for retail store employees to answer consumer questions about wines and cocktails. Workers started complaining to the commission in April about dozens of drink titles, including Panty Dropper. In July, Governor Maggie Hassan told the commission to recall the guides. Her spokesman, William Hinkle, said she directed they be removed because they contain material that is potentially offensive to workers and customers. The state's 78 liquor stores accounted for $626 million in sales in 2014 and pumped $149 million in profits into the state's general fund. Private entities cannot operate liquor stores in the state. Liquor Commission spokesman E.J. Powers said, "In retrospect, we could have done a more thorough job vetting the guide." And what were you going to do? Change the name of the drinks? You know, sex on the beach is now going to be what? Intercourse on the beach?
Hanging on the beach? Sitting on the beach?
Yeah.
Laying on the beach?
What are you going to call a panty dropper? Really?
Let's see. I don't know. What would you call that? Where do you go with that?
No. I mean, it's drink names.
It's drink names. It's, you know, it's supposed to sound like that.
Yeah, these drinks
know.
have been around forever.
Long Island iced tea.
And they didn't say that they were offensive. They said they were potentially offensive. So
Well, I think
we're
panty dropping doesn't leave a lot to the imagination. Where do you go with that? I mean, it's pretty much says what it is, right?
I guess.
But really, that's the fun of it. Don't most people order those drinks not because they like them, because they like the name of it? It's part of
Probably,
it,
I don't really
it's
know.
Like, hey, the name, you know, come on. Girl walks up to the bar and goes, "Give me a panty dropper." That's like 90% of the drink right there, you know?
Most of the fun is just getting her to say it.
That's all. Could be, you know, straight tequila, you know, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It could be orange juice. It doesn't
Could be
matter.
orange
It's
juice
just-
and a little shot of tequila. There you go.
It's just fun for her to say it.
That's right.
Okay.
I mean, come on. How many people went up to a bar and go, give me a BJ? There's a drink named that too.
Really?
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I'm not a big drinker. I don't know these things.
I've heard of it.
I've never even gone in and ordered a sex on the beach, to be honest with you.
Really?
Nope, never did it.
There's a sex on the beach. There's the orgasm.
Yes, there is. There's a screaming orgasm.
A screaming orgasm. There you go.
Yes, there's
We
some
educate
interesting
here
things.
on the weekly show, so you know, you want to bring the kids in, we can always give them a little rundown. You know,
Yeah, I guess so. All right, well, we need to take a break.
do we?
Yes, a bake. Yes, we got to do
We
that.
need to take a break. Have another drink, guys, in the booth.
So we're going to do that. Don't go anywhere because when we come back, we'll have an update from Joe, 5 Off, 5 On, and another game of fact or fiction and a whole bunch of other crazy stories. Stay with us.
Yeah.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Hey, I'm Raul Panther. And I'm Commander B. Hawkins. And I'm Mark Welly. We're some of the proto men. If we see you without this bracelet, you're punching the But if you have this bracelet from InRavio.com, you can win $100.
Put one of these on, or else.
the audio. And we are back. Welcome back.
All right, welcome back.
Welcome back to the Weekly Show.
Why don't we check in with Joe and see what's happening in the racing world in 5 off, 5 on.
This is Joe Larson with the 505 on Racing Show. If you missed last week's show, you missed our discussion regarding rules interpretations and how officials' interpretation of the rules can have an effect on the racing outcomes. In addition, we talked about the Xfinity and Camping World Truck Series results, and we mentioned the winner from Orange County Fairgrounds Speedway, New Egypt Speedway, the New London Waterford Speed Bowl, Bethel Motor Speedway, and the Whalen Modified Tour event at Long Island's Riverhead Raceway. We talked about the Old Timers reunion at the Himes Museum for Racing Nostalgia and the excitement of the new ownership at Long Island's Riverhead Raceway. Tune in Monday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. over here at inravio.com/live. Be sure you're checking out all our other awesome live shows at inravio.com. We'll see you next week.
And welcome back. Thank you, Joe, by the way. That was it's a great report. And I also have to thank Kevin Basic from Long Island Need for Speed. He's been helping us out all season. He's been up at every track and bringing back content from all these different racetracks and stuff.
Lots of footage.
Yeah, kudos to Kevin. He's really trying hard. I got to give him a little kudos there. He's really been trying hard and doing a lot for us. A lot of hours, boy, I'll tell you. They go out to a racetrack and they're out for
days.
20, what? Yeah, pretty much. 20 hours, 18-hour days they're putting in, and really a lot of driving
all over the world.
Yeah, a lot of driving, a lot of shooting, a lot of racing, and then a lot more driving to get back. So, thank you very much, Kevin, for doing what you're doing, and Joe as well. I mean, because Joe's in there also, although he's sleeping on the way back. Kevin's driving a hauler, and Joe's sleeping. I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Okay. All right, so moving right along. Patronizing panto bosses have been slammed over their decision to drop the word dwarf from this year's festive show to put on Snow White and her 7 friends. I'm already over it. I have to stop here for a second because I had no idea what panto was, and I assume you don't either. At first, I just thought it was short for pantomime, and maybe that's how it started, but according to Google, a panto is a traditional fairy tale complete with songs, dances, jokes, exaggerated characters, and lots of audience participation. So basically, it's Rocky Horror. Anyway, the poster for the show doesn't mention the word dwarf. De Montfort Hall in Leicester has made the politically correct move because the production team say dwarf is not a term people feel comfortable with. Instead, the dwarves will become the 7 friends, and now Doc, Dopey, Bashful, Grumpy, Sneezy, Sleepy, and Happy are being written out of the traditional fairy tale written by the Brothers Grimm back in the 19th century. The move has been criticized by Star Wars and Harry Potter actor Warwick Davis, who described the decision as patronizing. By the way, he's a little person. He also said the movie may have more to do with shortchanging actors rather than standing up for the rights of small people. He went on to say, "I'm sure there are those out there who don't like the term, but as a short actor, I want to be given the choice about whether I appear in panto or not. I don't want someone making that decision for me." My favorite statement from Warwick was, "It loses something if you don't have Snow White's dwarves." I've been in a lot of pantos, and I don't think it's offensive at all. The excuse of people being uncomfortable is a poor one. I doubt they've questioned the audience about whether or not they think the word dwarf is offensive. So there you go.
Yes, I agree 100%, and thank God he said something, because I think we're just getting a little bit over the top, a lot of it over the top. This politically correctness and all the rest of this stuff. Come on.
If he, that person.
People call me fat because I'm fat. I mean, it's,
Right, and is it politically incorrect to say that?
It probably is, but I am. I'm fat. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it is what it is. I'm fat, I'm old, I'm bald, I'm blind. I mean, it is what it is, and it's derogatory, it may be a little bit, but it's the reality.
Mm-hmm. But at the same token, dwarf is not, in my opinion, and maybe I'm completely wrong here, but
It's not derogatory.
it's not a derogatory term. Okay, to say they suffer from is wrong, but they have a condition called dwarfism.
Dwarfism is actually a condition, right?
Yes, it's actually, I think it's actually like a medical
Well,
type term.
I think the derogatory term would be midget,
I think so.
Right,
And I'm
I
not
mean-
sure where that one came from either,
because they're small, midget.
I guess.
I don't know. But I guess that would be the derogatory term. But either way, I think
But
we're
the
going
point
with-
is, he, as a little person, or small person, or short person, or whatever you decide that you want to call them at this moment, he says it's not a derogatory term. So if he doesn't think so, and he's that person, leave it alone.
Yeah, let's not get over the top with some of these things. You're going to ruin everything that's out there. in the
Yes,
world.
Snow White and her 7
Give us
friends.
absolutely no reason to live, for God's sakes. Everything, you can't say anything. You're afraid to offend anybody. You wind up, everybody shuts up, and that's basically what's happening right now. Nobody talks. Nobody wants to talk to each other. You can't have a conversation. You're afraid within a 5-minute conversation you insulted somebody or upset somebody 4 or 5 times. It's ridiculous.
Okay,
Well,
so
an extremely rare lump of whale vomit found by a dog walker on a beach in the UK is expected to fetch 7,000 pounds at the first auction of its kind. The chunk of ambergris, which is a waxy rock-like substance that can prolong the scent of perfume, was found washed up on the shore in Anglesey, North Wales, early this year. The vomit, that measures about 8 inches by 6 inches and weighs 1.1 kilograms, could have been floating in the sea for decades before it came ashore. Apparently, the vomit is produced in the intestines of sperm whales to protect them from the sharp beaks of squid, which they eat, and is passed as vomit. This bit measures 8 inches by 6 inches and weighs nearly 2.5 pounds. The substance is used in in the perfumery industry and has sold for thousands of pounds privately before. The auction house said it is a bit like gold in that it comes down to the price per gram. There is a lot of interest in unusual items these days. Yeah, I guess that's. Was it an Irish whale that he actually, he was out drinking, got a little too much, and threw up?
no, apparently it's just a normal thing that
It's a
happens.
normal
They
thing.
Yeah,
and this could be floating around for a long time.
Well, yeah, because the ocean is really, really big.
No, but I mean, it's buoyant and the whole
Apparently,
deal, and
yes.
It doesn't break down at all, or?
I don't know, but
Wow.
it forms in their intestines, and I guess it's like a hairball. They probably cough it up
Cough up this
like a
whale
cat.
ball.
Ugh.
It's a whale
I
hairball.
am so glad I don't wear perfume. Oh my God, the control room just said some people eat it. Why? They put it on eggs.
They put it on eggs?
That's what they just said.
Really?
I didn't catch that one.
Okay, I'm out. I'm not, I don't even do ketchup on my eggs, guys, so I'm out. Whale vomit, I draw the line.
Yeah. No. I'm just so glad I don't wear perfume, because that means I'd be walking around with whale vomit on me all the time.
Well, maybe it's a cute whale.
I don't care. It's vomit. I don't want vomit on me. Blech. All right, moving right along, because I don't want to talk about
Well,
that anymore.
this next story seems to be very interesting. I see porn in the...
If you've used Adult Player, sorry to hear it, it's an Android porn app that takes a photo of you with the phone's front-facing camera, immobilizes the device, and demands a $500 payment via a locked ransom screen to fix the phone and delete the photo. It's actually ransomware is what it's called. But even people who paid the Adult Player ransom have said their phones still don't work. It seems, I lost it. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So there it is.
It seems the only way out
is to reboot the device in safe mode, strip the app of its administrative privilege, and then delete the app. By the way, Adult Player can't be found in the Google Play Store, where for security reasons, users should buy all of their apps, which is what I do. Other security experts say ransomware is on the rise, and Intel Security warns that the number of new ransomware samples spiked 127% since 2014. According to Intel, one of the reasons for the increase is that it's very easy to make, and cites one group who reeled in more than $75,000 in 2.5 months. Apps like this rely on the embarrassment factor. If you don't pay, your reputation is on the line. Other ransomware includes PornDroid, which also locked phones and flashed a message demanding $500. This one claimed that the FBI had locked the phone because it held forbidden pornographic sites. Notice that all of the ransomware is porn.
Hey, for $500, go ahead, put it out there, knock yourself out. Anybody wants to look at what I got going on?
I know you don't do anything on your phone.
You know what I would do? I would charge them ransom. So if you don't want to see it, you got to pay me $500. How about that? Okay? All right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to look at here. Move along.
Well, they all look at it and go, oh, my eyes, my eyes.
That's right. You want to be scarred for life? It's up to you. $500 now. I want it in a wire transfer. I don't take checks. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You want to slap your credit card down? That's fine.
I don't even know where to get apps that's not in the Play Store, to be honest.
Don't know, yeah.
That's the only place I do it.
That's out of my realm.
I'm apparently
Play
not
Store's the
techie
only
enough.
place I go. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Because you'd have your phone locked up.
No. No, I don't do porn on the phone.
All
I want it on a big screen.
porn
No, I'm
lock.
kidding.
Just what we need. Everything we got's on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? Need
All
a
right.
60-inch TV just to get half of me in there.
Oh, God. All right, let's take another short break, and when we come back, we'll have another round of fact or fiction and a bunch of other stories you'll have to hear to believe. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Chris West Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the InRavio TV network.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
What's up, guys? We're Scano Fair, and we're here with InRavio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
And we are back. Welcome back to the show. Well, there are a lot of crazy events happening across New York this week, so let's catch up on all of it with This Week and Next Week with Rick Eberly.
Hey, what's up, people? Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week and Next Week. Long time no see. In case you might have forgotten who I am, let me fill you in on who I am and what I do. My name is Rick Eberly, and I'm the guy that makes sure your weekend is an action-packed thrill ride of entertainment and emotions. So sit back, relax, and let me do what I do best. Tonight is all about the laughs over at Revolution Bar and Music Hall, thanks to their Wednesday Get Involved Comedy Night, hosted by the Adam X. Parsons. The show will feature some of the best and brightest stand-up comedians as they guide you through a night that will have you laugh until it hurts. The doors open at 7 p.m. and the show is 110% free. That's tonight at Revolution Bar and Music Hall in Amityville. Next up is a throwback show for all of you looking to relive the glory days. Who isn't? The Emporium in Patchogue will be hosting not only the awesome group Drop Dead Sexy, but the incredibly talented That 70s Band with my man Steve Inarani as well. Travel back in time with all the hits of the 70s, 80s, and of course 90s with tickets just at $12. At the door, it's hard to find a reason not to be there. Doors open at 7 p.m., but get there early, people. This is going to be a big one. All right, now, to the weekend. Friday, you should know you need to be at the Paramount in Huntington to catch a very special show by Young Thug. This hip-hop phenom has been cursing the rap scene, crushing the rap scene. He's been doing a lot of that stuff these last couple of years, and he's doing everything but slowing down. He'll be bringing with him special guest Tory Lanez, Am I the God, and more. So be sure you're there at 9 p.m. for this once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. Finally, get your 80s synth pop on with the guys over at I Am Dynamite as this noise duo tears down Webster Hall this Saturday. These Seattle natives are known for their unique blend of modern electronic and 80s synth and are sure to put on a show you won't forget. They'll also be bringing with them the Last International Museum. You know, just in case the party isn't raging enough. Tickets are just $12 and the show is $16 and up. That may mean a wild time, but it also means a packed floor. So make sure you get those tickets quick. Once again, that's it for me. Be sure you're visiting InRavio.com for all our other awesome content. Also, be sure you're following @InRavio on Twitter and liking our posts over at Facebook.com/InRavioWeekly. Follow me over at RickEberly.com and @RickEberly on Twitter, Instagram, and all that good stuff. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Rick.
All right. On that note, let's keep the show rolling with a game of fact or fiction. Okay. All right, so saying love could be as close as a neighbor or colleague you've never once found yourself remotely interested in. New dating website OnSecondThought.com launched this week with a promise to pair users with people they already know but thought they were too good for. Fact or fiction? Too good for?
Fact.
Yeah, I'm going to say fact. Oh, fiction.
It's fiction.
I like it. Let's do it. All right. A new tool in Japan lets you experience a Japanese town from a cat's eye view and even hang out with the neighborhood cats. Fact or fiction? Cat's eye view. Oh, that means that it would be down low.
Yeah, I guess.
Why would I want to see the world from down low?
I'm not sure. I'm going to say fact.
Oh, jeez, it's fact. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
The online map unveiled this week by the Hiroshima Tourism Board claims to be the world's first based on a cat's perspective.
Get it.
Whether or not they need such human inventions. Dumb. All right, leading a group of nearly 24 high school juniors and seniors to various points of interest around campus, Tufts University tour guide Michelle Davis reportedly took time while describing every location Thursday to remind tour members that, first off, they have to be admitted. She was overheard saying, next up is Tisch Library, which houses over 700,000 books and which has a rooftop patio where you can study, read, or just enjoy the great view of Boston, provided you get into the university, of course. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Yeah, probably. That's something.
It's fiction.
It's fiction. Wow, we really did not do good today.
No,
we
definitely
really
off.
stunk
We're
at
off
that
our
one.
game, yeah.
Okay. Let's just go back to stupid news because I think we're better at that.
Okay. Yeah. It's pretty stupid, so it's hard to be not good at it.
Yeah, I guess so. A flight attendant who stopped serving passengers alcohol after she converted to Islam says things were going perfectly until a colleague complained. Cherie Stanley says that after she found out that her faith didn't allow her to serve booze, her supervisor at ExpressJet suggested that she work out an arrangement with other flight attendants to handle alcohol requests. But after the complaint was received, the airline ditched its religious accommodation, placed Stanley on a 12-month unpaid leave, and told her she could be fired when the year was up. That's according to a lawyer for the Council on American Islamic Relations. Excuse me. The lawyer tells CNN that the arrangement with the airline had worked beautifully and without incident until the complaint from another flight attendant was filed. She tells Detroit News that the complaint seemed, Islamophobic, with the other attendant
complaining about Stanley's headscarf and the fact that she carried a book with foreign writings. Stanley has filed a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in Michigan, and the AP reports that ExpressRed says it is an equal opportunity employer with a long history of diversity. Though it won't comment on the particulars of the case, United Airlines disciplined a flight attendant who refused to serve a Muslim woman who unopened a Diet Coke. An unopened Diet Coke.
Okay.
So basically what we're saying here is that you can virtually say, I can't do my job because I have a religious problem with doing the job, and basically somebody else has to do it for you because you're accommodating them. I mean, really, that's like, all right, 90% of my job is serving things to people, but when somebody wants an alcoholic beverage, I can't touch that.
Right.
And that's probably a big portion of who you're serving anyway. You're probably serving alcoholic beverages to a lot of people. You're a flight attendant, that's what you do.
I would think so, yeah.
If you can't do your job because of a religious concern, then you don't do that.
I think you need a new job.
Yeah, it's like saying, listen, I'm a stripper and a pole dancer, but because of my religious commitments, I can pole dance, but I can't strip. So you're gonna have a body double come in for you and actually do the whole stripping thing. While you're sitting on the sidelines, somebody else is doing your job for you. If you're unable to perform the duties that you're required to, the job description, then you have to be let go.
I would think so. I mean, in this case, it was just an alcoholic beverage. I mean, she could do a lot of other things. It's not like that was the only part of her job. You know, she could hand out the peanuts. She can hand out the pillows. She can do the.
But still, you're unable to perform the whole job. So that means whoever you're paired with has to do your part of your work for you every time. You're unable to perform the job to
that you're hired for, absolutely.
200%. And unfortunately, because of that, you need to be let go.
Yeah.
But let's take a quick break. And when
so
we
I can
come
get
back,
control of myself.
Yeah, and when we come back, we'll have a little bit more stupid news. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Stick with us.
Hey, this is Chris West Jake, and if InRavio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the InRavio TV network.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
What's up, guys? We're Scano Fair, and we're here with InRavio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
And welcome back to the weekly show. Thanks for joining us on this hump day.
We're running out of time, so
We're
let's
running
get
out of
right
time,
into
so we're
it.
going to jump right back in. We got one more stupid news story, and then then we're going to go to the Glory Days, guys. So Julia Vascos said she took her son to the doctor's office when he got a minor cut on his eyelid from the family cat. There was only one doctor on duty who told the mother he could seal the cut with medical glue. The doctor called in a coworker to help with the procedure. Vascos said that the doctor held her son's eye while the coworker applied the glue. The next thing she knew, her son was yelling "mommy" over and over again, and the doctor looked panicky. That's when she realized the eye had been glued shut. The situation went from bad to worse when Julia found out the coworker wasn't a doctor, a nurse, or even a medical student. He was the clinic's part-time receptionist and had no medical training. The doctor then told Julia he probably should take her to the emergency room, so she did. The first nurse couldn't believe it. She said, first of all, they try to avoid using glue because things like this could happen, especially on places like an eye. But if they have to do it, the nurses aren't allowed. It has to be a doctor or a specialist. Julia filed a complaint and decided to share her story so it doesn't happen to other parents. There is also a formal investigation underway into the medical clinic, but no decision has been made. The clinic ultimately refunded the $150 medical bill.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, along with another $150 million, kid lost an eye thing. So the moral of the story is...
A scratch from a cat. How bad a cut could it be?
How bad of a cut could it be? You got to be careful. You know what? Even if it's on the eyelid, guys, little dab will do you. You take a little paper towel, hold it on there, put the kid in front of the TV, one eye open, have him watch something, hold it closed, feed him some ice cream. By the time it's all done, it said 15, 20 minutes.
He doesn't even notice it there.
Bleeding has stopped. He doesn't even remember it's there. Done.
Right, exactly.
Okay, come on. Little common sense goes a long way. So, jumping right ahead, let's go to the Glory Days, guys. I know they've got a lot of stuff going on this week.
Absolutely.
The sports, has been booming, and it's been going crazy. So let's jump right over to the Glory Days, guys.
In 2-minute warning.
2-minute.
Hello again, everybody. We're Bruce and Disco from the Glory Days Show, and this is your Radio Sports 2-minute warning.
Back in 1986, Lenny Dykstra was patrolling center field for the world champion New York Mets. His grit and determination earned him the love of Met fans everywhere and led to a nickname, Nails. His attitude and performance on the field led him to fame and fortune off the field. Dykstra lived in mansions and flew on private jets. Yet he ended up flat broke and destitute, sometimes sleeping in hotel lobbies. When he attended the funeral of former teammate Gary Carter, his old teammates were stunned by his physical appearance. Teammates said he looked like he was 69 years old instead of 49. Wally Backman even said that Dykstra told him he expected to be dead in 5 years. Then in 2013, he was convicted and did 6 months in jail on charges of grand theft auto and filing false financial statements. He stayed out of the news since his release in 2014, and we here at the Glory Days Show promised to never again do a story about Len Dykstra. We lied.
We did, didn't we? Last week, Dykstra was accused of stealing $50,000 worth of jewelry from a friend who he was supposed to be helping sell the stuff. Instead, she is not only accusing him of not only failing to sell it, but never returning it. As with all things Dykstra, this one had a twist. The friend, porn star Brett Rossi, is also the former fiancé of actor Charlie Sheen. But that's not the twist. Rossi asked Dykstra to return the diamond-studded items, which of course he did. Only problem was that the diamonds were swapped out for fake studs. Dykstra called the allegations ridiculous instead of Rossi, and had this to say about the woman who starred in such Oscar-noteworthy performances as Nice Shoes, Let's F.
I think I saw that.
Did you? Sounds like the porn star mentality, trying to get any publicity she can. Once a porn star, always a porn star. She should have tried to get someone with money.
Shouldn't the headline have been Dykstra Nails porn star?
It's all right.
You can get the lowdown on what's happening in sports and more on the Glory Days Show with Bruce and Disco every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. here in the East, only on the InRadio TV network. This has been your InRadio Sports 2-minute warning. I'm Paul Descalfani, that's Bruce Oler, and you have been warned.
And
well,
that's it
thanks,
for us.
guys.
All right, that's it for us. We are completely out of time. Thanks for watching. Be sure you're visiting InRavio.com and catching all our other awesome live content. We'll be back with another live weekly show next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only at InRavio.com/live. Be sure you're following at InRavio on Twitter and liking our posts over at Facebook.com/InRavio Weekly. We'll see you next week.
Bye.